Yo, what's up everyone? I'm Woody Woodrow here with my Yoga for Musicians series. This month, I have the honor of interviewing Sunny Dilinger, an absolute legend who founded the movement Women That Meditate to inspire men through their women's practice to meditate, making us all one, which is a very profound concept. And he's had this movement go all around the country, and it's starting to spread all over the world. And he's also a very avid meditation practitioner and coach. And he's going to share with us some techniques he uses, his philosophy on life, which is super deep. And he's also a mega badass, so he's going to share with you how to become the most badass version of yourself. So tune in. Great, brother. How are you doing?
Great, brother. Incredible, man. This is amazing.
Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you taking the time.
No, thank you, brother. I appreciate being here, absolutely. And it's always an honor.
Always, always. So, what got you started realizing the power of meditation?
I got to start from the beginning.
Okay, okay.
I moved to Los Angeles in pursuit to do music, you know, and it's a long story, but this is long story short. It goes where I was guided to LA, and when I was guided to LA, the way that I was able to be in LA was just magical. I met a mentor. His name was Ra. I have to share that. And he seen me frustrated in work and situations. One day he just told me, like, on a lunch break, walking me across the street in the busiest of LA, so like in Koreatown. And we sat on a rock, and he didn't even say meditate with me. He said, just close your eyes and breathe. And 5 minutes of that, after that, a profound experience happened.
What kind of experience? Was it like a euphoric state, or was it like a flow state? Or like, how could you explain that?
I heard a voice, and I'm not just exaggerating this. I heard a voice say, you are everything. And when I opened my eyes, everything was bouncing back and forth to me. I felt something. And that's when, like, honestly, after walking with him and meditating with him, after that, I understood something like even deeper. Like I didn't know what it was, but I just kept on, you know, pretty much knocking at this brother's door like, what else do you got?
Yeah, for sure. That's awesome. So would you say that was one of your first experiences with a flow state in your life, or had you experienced flow in other areas beforehand?
Growing up playing sports, doing music, you know, there was always a flow in that, like where it felt effortlessly, you know, effortless, I would say. But yeah, this was the beginning of like something like beyond. It felt like a movie or some sort. Like it was like, I've never experienced nothing like that before, where everything bouncing back and forth for me, I understood that I was connected to it. And that's I don't know, that's the best way.
That's the oneness. Yo, that's amazing. That's so good. So in regards to your movement that you started, Women That Meditate, I'm wondering, what inspired that movement, and what was your intention behind it when you were creating it?
So it was a point in my life where I was working 2 jobs. I was in a relationship with a young woman. I had all these material things, and I've been meditating for like 5 years plus at this point. But everything seemed so stifled. Everything seemed so regularly planned. And you know, one day I was meditating. I heard a voice say, "If you truly believe in who you are, you will rid yourself of all imprisonment and make yourself available." And then when I didn't understand that, but all throughout those years, there was some conversation about like even the brother Ra, he told me one time, he was like, you don't have to work these jobs if you don't want to. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, we got bills, I got a relationship with a young woman, and you know, I was thinking all these things, but he looked me in my eyes and saying, like, he was basically challenging me, like saying, you're much more of a creator. You can do some things that you won't even have to work at Starbucks. No offense, Starbucks. You know, he would share this with me. I wasn't ready to receive that information at that time. In my meditation, when I heard that voice say that, I knew exactly what it meant. And I quit the jobs, I concluded the relationship, I gave away everything. And upon that journey, I asked myself, what can I give that when I give it, it gives me life? And then my brothers back home wouldn't sit and meditate with me, but they would congratulate me on my travels and the things they would see the magic of. And so I was like, yeah, meditate with me. They wasn't reluctant to do so. So I don't know, in my meditation, I got something talking to me saying, I've learned more about myself through the relationships I had with women. You know, they were always like kind of poking at my weaknesses and helping me turn them to strengths. And then with this idea, it came to me that if I can bring a collaboration or just a platform of women together that are meditating, and that let them be like strong, courageous, you know, independent, like just like, you know, honorable queens or goddesses, then men will gravitate towards it and ask the question, what's this meditation about?
Strategic. You're almost like approaching it from just like a different angle, you know?
It was almost like it was a simplistic way of like, oh, you know, that's what happens.
Which is so beautiful, because then that's what you're doing. You're inspiring people to meditate, and you're spreading the knowledge of meditation.
And that was I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
But that was the formula that kind of came to me too, is that like right now, if we can empower women, then from that, you know, force, it'll show so much, it'll send back a love that we're, from feminine to masculine, empowering women to inspire men, then the men will show an appreciation by doing, you know, like in a righteous manner or a more maturity.
That's so amazing.
Yeah.
Respect to that. So how do you think, from your experience, men could show up from a place of integrity for women?
I'm always going to share this answer because I feel like it was the beginning and it would be the omega for me, you know, meditation. Like I think that the more you meditate, the more that there's this mature intelligence that keeps on breaking through the surface. You know, it's like, I think we're talking about vibrational being more than even, you know, us as men. Like it's you know, just recalibrating the feminine and masculine to be oneness, you know. But yeah, that's always gonna be my answer, man, because by just checking in every day, I feel like, you know, I'm able to show up.
Deep. So if you had two messages, one for the queens and the women of the world, which are all queens, by the way, if you're a woman, and all the divine kings, the brothers, the masculine, what would those two messages be?
Rise up, you know, for both, and don't be afraid to be that, to embody that, to walk that path. You know, there's nothing to be afraid of, and when you say yes to that, everything rewards you tenfold. Like once you get over that hump of facing that fear, to just finally be there, and I express with that imagination. You know, like, what is it? When I walk, sometimes I feel this like essence of some sort where I can feel the balance of each foot, like taking a step, and I feel this way of a king, you know, and it's for me to really enjoy life in that way. You know, it's really like, I love to believe that we are meant to express from the greatest. If we want to witness the greatest and want to be the greatest, see the greatest, it's like, let's have our input in that. You know, and it's that simple. Yeah.
I love that. I love that analogy of walking because you think about it, like different sides of our body represent the masculine and the feminine. And so walking that path of balance and royalty. And I love how you describe men and women as kings and queens, because we kind of are in each of our lives, our own kings and queens, right? So, and then when you take that and that approach towards life, you kind of cast that royalty wherever you go. And you bring a presence to any situation. So shifting gears now a little bit more back towards meditation, because I know that meditation does give you this superpower almost of like becoming like a superhero or a king in your life. What would you say to somebody who, you know, wants to start meditation but doesn't really know where to start?
Well, first, I would say that I love where they're at, because you don't have to know, and if you don't know, that's the best way to kind of be available and open to it. And then I would say, you know, don't psych yourself out trying to learn something more so like externally. Just, matter of fact, why don't you create your own? You know, I strongly express and suggest for everybody to start learning from their own self. Learning how would you create your way. You know, it's kind of a reference to that book Siddhartha, where Siddhartha met Buddha, and Buddha offered him, like, I don't know, this isn't factual, but Buddha was like, you know, you come, you know, and hear my teachings. I think it was something like that. But Siddhartha was like, I got my own path, you know, and I think that's our compass. That's our blueprint. It's already within us. So we should be able to like let that flourish and learn from it. And then the resources, the opportunities, and everything just kind of complements.
Yeah, back to walking your own path. That's so good. I love it. So what would you say would be, and this is getting big with it, as philosophical as you want to be, what do you believe is the meaning of our experience here on this planet? I got deep on you real quick.
I simply believe that we are here to just breathe.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like everything is really breathing. If you look deeper, you see that the same life that is within everything is within you too. And once you see it, then that's when it awakens, it comes alive. Within our water, within our food. Within, if I tell you, brother, I love you, and I see you, and we are here, and you remember, and you know, without even words being expressed, we can all look in each other's eyes and take a deep breath and see life or see source or creator or whatever it likes to be called.
Amen. Amen. Are there any meditation techniques that you could offer people that you prefer to use to reach a state of oneness? Because if we're speaking breath is the essential essence of life, that gives us the control over our mind, our body, our experiences, our emotions. So is there a technique that you found particularly helpful that you come back to that gives you really awesome results, or maybe like one or two that you found that work?
Yes, honestly. And so the information about the 7 chakras came to me, and I would soon to find out that the 7 chakras it's not bound by the Hindu or the Buddhist teachings. It's just from all like spectrums, you can just say that these energy circuits that are throughout your body, these 7 dominant ones, I was able to like kind of receive that. Maybe it was so simple as 7 days, 7 chakras.
Mm-hmm.
So for anyone who wants to access like a supreme state of being, a wholesome state of being, I would just suggest for them to meditate 1 chakra a day from Monday, which is the day of the moon. So it's always contrasting, right? Monday, the day of the moon, to Sunday, which is the day of the sun. When you get to the Sunday, it's a celebration, because then you just feel so connected. They have a definition in terms of the purpose they suit, and I would. That's like for me a system or a structure that someone can, and accurate, and I always promise to people too, because if it worked for me, it worked for anybody.
It worked very well. So how would you go about meditating on a chakra for somebody who's never done that before and doesn't know what that is? Is there like an intention or something that you set, a focus on the breath, a focus on a center, a spot of the body?
It's as simple as like, I would probably suggest, like, if you're going to lay down to do some work in that way, you could put like each chakra crystal upon the chakra, like where it's at. And then they can just close their eyes and say, open, activate, balance, and heal. Root chakra. 1 minute. The next day do that again, 2 minutes. Next day do that 3 minutes. So it's not like where I have to close my eyes for a duration. It's no obstacles or anything that you have to really do. It's just once you put that awareness, your intelligence within you is so like, I already know what you need. All you got to do is come to me. And then it kind of suits the purpose. And within a week, you will see the difference.
Wow.
Like, it's 1 cycle, so it just activates it, and then from there you just got to keep the wheel turning.
Epic. So there's a 1-week practice for you if you want to try it. You can build that up, right? That's amazing. So if anyone wants to learn more and take your class, because you do teach meditation, where could they go to learn more about you, and where could they go to learn more about women that meditate?
As of right now, I want to share that I always share this, is that I'm not teaching nothing. It's more of that I'm really just sharing. I'm sharing space. I'm sharing whatever's flowing from my heart. And the ones before me are creators as well. So, we're just sharing, co-creating. And I do that as ceremony meditation, Mondays and Thursdays, 6:45 p.m. And then outside of ceremony meditation, we're doing flash mob meditations. We're doing donation meditations at the beach and out in more nature. And as of right now, I'm just on Instagram. They can hit me up on Sunny Dilinger with one L, Dilinger, and Sunny as the sun.
And the movement, Women That Meditate, that's
Same thing.
another thing. Okay, cool.
Women That Meditate, and yeah, it's an honor, truly, just based on that. Women That Meditate, I was able to be liberated because of it. Once it was created, I was able to go places, travel. You know, I had people, hit me up from all over and just be like, send me a ticket, and I'm over here having meetings about it. It became a movement, literally, and I was honored because the women received me. At first, they didn't even know a man was kind of organizing behind it, but when I shared with them, they were really proud and honored, and shared with me that I was someone that they can give permission to do so. So, and yeah, it's as simple as that. You got an idea, watch Universe or whatever it likes to be called to assist you, and you'll be flying in no time.
Call it in. That's amazing. So if you're in the LA area, you can check Sunny out at Ceremony Meditation. And if you're not and feel like traveling, come check him out because his classes are rocking and he's a mega badass. So I appreciate you taking the time, brother. The light that you carry everywhere you go is so profound, and you allow everyone to enhance their royalty, in my opinion. So I appreciate you sharing your essence here.
That's why we're here, man, in this paradise. So the gift should be given, you know.
And it is.
And so it is.
And so it is. Thank you so much for tuning in. Again, I'll put a bunch of links below so you can check out Sunny, stay in touch with him, hit him up, follow him, send him some love, and most importantly, keep breathing. Rock on.